So this is a video to how to get better in competitive Pokemon. So some of you might not know which Pokemon to use or what they do and how strong they are, right? Well, I have two websites to help you with this. So I'm going to first show you Smogon, right? Smogon is a database of all the Pokemon's abilities and what they do, and it shows you what they do, right? So let's say like for Scizor, right? So Scizor is only is very weak to fire, and then it shows you all the resistances and immunities, right? So you can see here the Steel Bug typing is a really strong typing, right? And then you can see the stats of Scizor right here, and the tiers. Tiers are designed as OU, UU, RU, NU, PU, ZU, and then Uber's being the band tier, right? The tier with all the legendaries, whatever. OU is the one that pretty much everyone plays, like the definitive one. And then UU's the lower one, RU's lower than UU, NU's lower than RU, and then PU's lower than NU, and then ZU is the lowest tier possible, which helps a lot if you want to get and use different Pokemon that you want to use, right? So Scizor is a UU Pokemon in in Sun and Moon, right? In Gen 7, and its Mega's OU, right? So it shows you here what it shows you if you scroll down what tier you want to use. So there's OU, UU, Ubers, Mono, Double, uh, Battle Spot Singles, and 1v1. Now these are different ones. Different Pokemon will have different summaries depending on which Pokemon it is. Some might have more, some might have less, depending on how good they can be used in different tiers, right? So over here, the overview, it shows you what exactly Scizor does. So for here it says like it's good at bulk and it's good for support, damage, and chip moves, and has also have good moves like superpower, knockoff slash pursuit, and then you can use bullet punch to beat over quickly and beat over Pokemon. And it says it's what it's strong against for, like, for example, Latias, Mega Aerodactyl, and Mega Altario. And then it also tells you what's it's weak to. So for example, it's weak to something like Magneton, right? But it also tells you what teams you should use, right? So you can have like different Pokemon that will help you for what it helps with, right? It will just tell you what it's really used for, right? And it's a really nice thing to just tell you what you want to use and how to use it, right? But just so you know, these movesets are great for when you want to start learning and like how you want to start using them or whatever. But don't be afraid to experiment with the Pokemon and use different moves. You're never going to get good at it if you're just using the same moves over and over again and not trying to and testing out stuff for yourself. You should always learn and try different things. So example, sometimes you would want to use a choice band set and these IVs and whatever and these moves, right? But Scizor also has different moves that you would want to use, maybe like Bug Buzz or Swords Dance, or you might want to use a different move like or item like, let's say, Leftovers or Life Orb, right? You don't have to use the same stat sets. You can always experiment with other different moves, right? So don't be afraid to try it out, right? So yeah, I think Smogon is one of the best ways to learn how the Pokemon uses to be used and what it does. But also another site that I would like to show you is Pokemon DB, which is Pokemon database is another Pokemon database. But unlike Smogon, where they tell you what to do, it tells you everything you need to know about the Pokemon itself. So like the location of where it is, how the moves get learned, what experience you need to like level up. and what IVs they drop. So like if you want to EV train, you can kill like Paris and they give you like one attack. And if you want to EV train, that's a good way to learn how to get it. And it tells you how to get items and everything, right? So it's a really nice way to learn. So for example, let's say you want to know how does Scizor get close combat, right? Because it gets close combat in Scarlet and Violet, and you don't know how. You can look up close combat and look. You can get TM. Okay, how do I get TM for close combat? Well, you can get it once you beat a certain gym in Scarlet and Violet, right? But let's look for a different one because it doesn't necessarily show really well with this one. So here, you can get at 60, you can get it at Veilstone City. You can get it Route 39 in Gold and Silver, right? Or Heart Gold and Soul Silver, right? So there's many different ways to see how to get different moves and everything, which is very useful. And it shows you where to get the Pokemon, which most here says, oh, evolve Scizor or whatever, right? Or evolve Cypher for Scizor. So these are some really great ways to just learn and to see what the Pokemon does and just figure out what they do. And it's just a good way to learn how to get good in Pokemon. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video, blah blah blah. You know the deal. Thank you for watching and goodbye.